Hi guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Today I wanted to do a quick video on this Street Fighter V Ryu from Prime One Studios. This is part of their premium Masterline Street Fighter V line, which I know they've made a Ken, or well, they announced a Ken. I don't know if they released it, and I believe Akuma is also released. It is released anyway. Just got this in this week from Spec Fiction Shop. Big thank you to Todd there. He was very helpful, in answering my questions. I know this thing has been pushed out and delayed, due to all the shipping issues and everything that's going on worldwide. But I finally got this week. I'd been waiting for it for a while. I think close to 18 months since I put a pre-order for it. But it's a really nice piece. This is the humongous box that it came in. These are numbered. It's 81 out of 100. And I guess let's move on to the statue. I've already unboxed it, and you guys can see it up here. So you guys know most of these things always come in pieces. So the head, his headband are all separate. This one arm, the firebolt, some of the effects you have to put together. The belt here on his gi or uniform, it also you have to put that in. The lower torso is separate from the upper torso, and then all these different effects here are all separate pieces that are held in by a peg and a magnet, and then this back piece as well. But overall, I am really happy with this statue. I think it came out really nice, very faithful to the art style of the game. I know the art style from Street Fighter V can be a bit divisive, just because of the proportions of the characters, and you can see it in with this guy as well. Like, you have his hands are almost as big as his whole head, and I was looking at his feet. He's got like Hulk-like feet. They're pretty big, but I think it works within the scale. I think the Prime One has chosen to go with. But just something to note that his proportions are a bit exaggerated, which in all honesty fits the game. My plan for this guy was to actually pair him up with the Connecticut's Terry Bogard that you see there, and that's supposed to be quarter scale as well. And my understanding is that this one's supposed to be quarter scale or close to it, but this guy is slightly bigger than that guy. So just something to note, because that was my plan initially, and they do look good together. But you can tell that this Ryu is much, at least slightly bigger than that Terry Bogard that's supposed to be quarter scale. As I said, overall, I'm really happy with the details. No breakage. The paint's really nice. As you can see here, his torn uniform, his gear has a lot of detail. The paint's really well done. The skin texture, the veins, like all the muscles is really well done. The gloves, the red there, all the damage or whatever. And the head, again, no issues there. Everything's really well done. I think they did a great job. And then also with the base itself, I think everything they've put together with the ground and the boards, everything looks really nice. And then this part of the statue too, it's really well done. I think it gives the piece a really nice presence. And the pose he's in, obviously, it's a very iconic about to throw a fireball pose, which, if you're into Street Fighter or fighting games, you're familiar with that particular special move, the Hadouken, right? And I think they've captured that really well in this piece, and you guys could get a good glimpse there of all the detail, etc. But it's a really nice piece overall. I'm glad I was able to get my hand on one of these. I really wanted a Street Fighter piece to add to my collection, just because I'm a huge fan of fighting games, of Street Fighter, and also SNK games. So again, I think this came out really nice. Now, I do have some complaints, some disappointments that I wanted to point out on my end. The main thing would be the seam here on the neck. I know in the promo shots and even in the guide that they give you inside the statue on how to put it together, they don't show a seam. But because this head's a separate piece, you can notice it from certain angles. Like certainly from this angle, you could see the seam there. As you start coming up and then move into this side, it completely disappears, so no issues there. But again, just something to note. The other thing is this fireball piece, or at least the effects around it are really, really delicate. They're held in by magnets, or at least two of them are. So like this one here connects to another one, and they're all connected via magnets to the main fireball. But as you could see, you could move this very easy. So, I mean, I don't have kids, I don't have pets, so there's no risk of anyone running into this thing. But just something to note that this part at least seems like very delicate, and it could come off easy if somebody bumps it or touches it too rough. The other part would be the belt here that you guys could see that I'm touching right now. It's supposed to tab in. It's not magnetized. I really had to push it with some kind of force to get it into the waist, and it's still not all the way in. It's in place. It won't move, but it didn't seem like the key was done correctly there. And then lastly, and I guess this was bothering me initially, is as I said, the upper torso is a separate piece from the bottom. So you have to put it in, and it is magnetized, and there's a peg on it as well, a metal peg, a rod, but mine rocks back and forth. And it is all the way in. I made sure it was all the way in, so you can see there is some rocking. Now, once you set it here in place, it's not going to move. I don't bump into my statues. Nobody's really up, in this room to touch them. I look at them, I play with them, I clean them. In my case, it doesn't bug me too much, but it may be something that some other collectors have an issue with. So mine does move. Other than those complaints, which for me are not enough to take the enjoyment away from this statue, I would say this is a great addition. I think to anyone's collection if you're into Street Fighter V, and especially this particular character. But again, it came out really, really nice. I think a lot of the details, the headband, the hair, the uniform, the muscle definition there on the chest, it's really well done, and it's very representative of what's in a Street Fighter V game. Again, just something, like I said before, is my initial intent was to pair him up with that guy, but this guy's slightly bigger. One last thing is this fireball also does light up. It requires two small watch-like batteries. I believe they're LR41s. So if it's not included with the statue, so just two that I had laying around, thankfully. And there is a button back here that you press and it lights up. Again, really well done. Very happy with this statue. I will not be getting the other two, Akuma or Ken. I just don't have the room for them. And my budget for this year is kind of tapped out when it comes to statues. So, but overall, I think this one is a great addition. I think Prime One did a great job, minus the minor quibbles. But overall, I am really, really happy with this statue. And as always, if you guys have any questions, certainly, leave a comment. But otherwise, thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. And please be safe out there. Take care.